Good morning, good morning. Welcome, 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 always. There are a few new subscribers here, so welcome, welcome, welcome. My name is Beth. I'm in a closet, a master bedroom closet at our beach house where I spend like 6 months out of the year. We have a regular house that we spend 6 months, and we kind of go back and forth over the winter to the beach house. But this is a new life for us. We are semi-retired, and my husband can work from home, from the beach house or our regular house, home. And so this is my closet, and I have a table here, and there's shelves up there that are covered in paper, and there's one shelf behind me that's covered in paper, and a box next to me that's covered in paper. I like to play with paper and turn it into magic. That's what I call it now, in an art journal of any kind. This is a tourism brochure. Well, no, it's a, what do you call this? A trade show, list of exhibitors and things like that, that my husband was involved with last week. And I'm turning it into a junk journal because why wouldn't you? I have a habit of doing junk journals. We're going to do a little review here for those of you that have been here for a long time, which there are a few that have been here for a very long time. If you'll notice in my feed, I make videos almost every day, stupidly, I know, but I love that form of crafting or art as much as I love this form. Well, that's not true. Because sometimes I'm not in control. Well, I'm never in control here. The paper is. But on the computer end, the computer's way techier than I am, obviously. And so I make them because I like doing it. I am not here for subscribers. I'm here for the community. If you want to subscribe, that doesn't break my heart. I don't sell anything. I might influence you to buy something, but that's not my fault if I'm bragging on something. I do not have any sponsors. I'm a one-woman show that loves to play with paper. And yeah, I usually do it in the morning and then film it and edit it and then upload it the next morning. So I'm usually a day behind. Sometimes I'm 2 days behind. Sometimes I don't know what day it is. I don't profess to be an artist. I am a lover of the art supplies, and I just like doing this, and I love the community, and that's my spiel, and I'm sticking to it. I'm in South Carolina. I'm in Myrtle Beach currently. We live in Columbia. What else? I grew up in California, so I refer to California a lot in my art journals just because that's where I grew up. And I'm a fiber person. I love paper fiber. I love quilting. My other heart is fabric. My other half of my heart. I don't have two hearts. I have two halves. I am married. I have stepchildren that I'm really not in contact with for many reasons that I can't talk about. And we have a dog, Gunner, who is a horrible, mischievous little dog, but he's adorable. And what else? I have one granddaughter that I am in contact with. Although she's getting up in age, she is now almost a teenager, and she is starting to evolve into her own life. She used to spend almost every weekend with us, and a lot of times in the summer. We don't get to see her as much as we used to. She loved to sit here and craft with me. She's beyond all that, above all that now. Every once in a while, she'll do something with me, but not very often. She's 12 going on 26. So that's me in a nutshell. I love traveler's notebooks, obviously. Sometimes I work in them a lot of times. Sometimes I don't. Currently, I'm working in this kind of like an A5 size. Is that A5? Whatever this is. I lose my supplies all the time. Case in point, yesterday I found my ruler in a magazine. Woo! 5.5 by 8. I love tearing up thrift store books. And this journal is called The Aquatic Archaeologist, because I like to make up stories too with my art in mind. And I've decided I work on a monthly basis. Don't ask me why. That just is a habit, and I haven't broken it yet. I did start this one a few days before February, but it'll run through the whole month of February. I try not to plan, because when I plan, I usually screw it up. I like to work intuitively, just start to let stuff evolve. But I have made myself a prompt list for this story. And every day I'm making a spread, and the prompt will be on the back with a narrative, which I haven't done yet, which, by the way, when you're watching this, I'm probably driving my way home. I was going to leave on Monday, but the weather's going sour here. My husband's going to Charleston to visit 2 of his 3 kids, and I have the dog. It's much easier for me to take care of the dog at home. This is a 2-story beach house, and you have to go upstairs to get into the house, and you have to go upstairs to get into this room. And I shattered my ankle 2 years ago. And I have 6 screws and 2 plates in my ankle. And up and down those stairs, after a while, gets sore to my foot. And this dog has to be on a leash to go anywhere here, mainly because he'll run away because he's mischievous. Did I say that already? He's very mischievous. But at home, he has free reign unless we take him for a walk around the block or something like that. So it's easier for me to take, and there's no stairs, it's easier for me to take care of him at home. So I am going home tomorrow morning. And then we're coming back in about 2 weeks for 3 weeks, and that'll be our final time here. We usually turn over our beach house to our rental company at the end of March, which we've only had this. This is our 4th winter, our 3rd full winter. We have it from October to the end of March. But this is, I have a retreat, quilting retreat mid-March, and I'm going to visit family and friends in California also. So we're going to cut off this year at March 17th, St. Patrick's Day. So when we come back this next visit coming back, that'll be our last go around here. And we stay like 3 weeks and then go home for like 2 weeks, doctor's appointments. My husband is still working. Fortunately, he owns his own business, and fortunately that their internet provides him the ability, and an associate now with him, provides him the ability to work. What do you call that? I don't even know the working terms anymore. Work remotely. So he can work, which he's doing right now, he's not in his closet. He's in a desk in our other bedroom. So, why did I start saying that? Okay, so this is a beach. This is a trade show brochure, and this is a story about a mermaid, an archaeologist who finds a bottle on the beach after a hurricane, and her tales about it. She's an aquatic archaeologist. So this is the introduction to her page. Her name is Sarah Sloth. If you don't know that, my spirit animal is a sloth. The name of our beach house is Sea Sloth, S-E-A. She's from Big Sur, south of San Francisco, I grew up north of San Francisco by about a half an hour. That's where that came in. This was talking about other famous female archaeologists in history, real female archaeologists. This is all fantasy. I'm kind of building a world in a journal. This was talking about her tools. She has a magnifying glass and a shovel and a brush and a journal. And there's this real seagrass from right across the street. This is the bottle she found on the beach. And This is a map that she found in the bottle, which she also found a note that has to be decoded. That's the note. It's all in code, but it's there. I can see it. Well, I made it. But as I was doing this cluster of paper, things started appearing. So I turned this. This is what happens when you work intuitively. Things start happening. This is the little tent that she set up on the beach when she found the map and the clues, and she needs to start digging at the beach. This is a picture of what her journal looks like. She likes objects in her journal. She likes to decorate her journal, and she likes to establish a bunch of things. And if return to Sarah Sloth, Aquatic Archaeologist. Her Gmail account is, and if this is your Gmail account, I'm sorry, SSAA, Sarah Sloth, Aquatic Archaeologist at gmail.com. So now I have broken down my prompts into 3 sections. So this is section 1, introduction. This is section 2, some of the obstacles she runs across. So we are starting here, and I have a prompt list in another little journal this is what I came up with, my prompt list. And today she's going to talk about one of her obstacles, which is weather. So this is a book I got at the thrift store here, and I like children's textbooks or children's dictionaries because they have they're illustrated, which I love. So I think I'm going to tear out, and this is why I bought these books, to use stuff out of them. So that's going back up here on my shelf, which is supposed to have shoes on it, but mine has art supplies. I don't like the fact that the edges, well, I guess I can tear this edge. I'm going to tear the yellow off. So, that's me in a nutshell. And I appreciate every one of you here, and I appreciate your comments. I'm not going to beg you to subscribe. I'm not going to beg you to comment, but just know that I enjoy all of that from you and interacting with you. And I've made several friends on the internet through comments and things like that, and that is always, always fun. It's amazing. The internet can bring you bad things, but the internet can also bring you good things, right? Okay, I think I'm going to, and yes, my nails are painted different colors, and yes, these 2 aren't painted at all. There's a long story. Watch some old videos. I'm not a high maintenance person at all, but I have gotten into gel nails. And I can do the gel dip nails myself fairly well, not perfectly, but I ordered a bottle of dip, this color, which I love, and I precisely proceeded to spill it before I got to this hand. So then I ordered another bottle, but it came in this color instead of this color, and it's been downhill ever since. I think I'm going to put this one on upside down because I kind of don't want... And this will be covered up mostly by a narrative about the previous page, you know, her tools or her journal or whatever, which I'm going to do at home mainly because I think I'm going to type it. And our printer here is the Pitts, but our printer at home is great. So I really don't print anything here. I love using Procreate. Don't get me wrong, I love using magazine stuff too and book things. But I like creating my own stuff in Procreate. Also, and I love a jelly plate. I mix it all up. Okay, now, I don't know what else I'm going to do. This is where I start thinking and wondering. But I probably will cover up this writing. And I'm trying to think the best way to do that was probably to paint it. These things dry fast. These are tempera paint sticks, which I love. And somebody influenced me to buy these, so. I love watching art on YouTube. Sorry about the crinkling. My favorite art supplies? In no specific order, washi tape, paint, acrylic and watercolor, a jelly plate, stamps, I have a fascination with these tiny little sticker books, or books, paper of this size. Paper, hello, paper. I'm just trying to come up with a cloud background. A little bit here to back the writing off. I don't care if some of it shows through. I love a Stabilo All pencil. One right here. Stamping, markers. I love it all. I love the supplies. I don't know what else I'm going to do though. If I do this, it's because I'm thinking. I have lots of paper. I have lots of paper that I've made. I may have to take a break for a second. Not for you, but for me. To think about this. I don't know. Nothing's coming in my head. But this will be dry by the time I come back. Let's just do that. This is pretty dry. I still don't know what I'm going to do though. I talk a good talk a lot. Oh, I need to take these two things home. I'm trying to figure out what I need to take home. I try to leave as much stuff as I can here because I don't want to drag it back and forth all the time. I used to travel with a bunch of tote bags. I'm down to 4 now because I don't have to take any clothes home. We have enough clothes here. It's just, we're learning how to be snowbirds, basically. But we're going from Columbia, South Carolina to Myrtle Beach, South Carolina. We don't go from like Canada to Florida. Oh, these need to go home too. We're horizontal snowbirds. Oh yeah, I want to take these home too. What am I going to do? This rarely happens to me. I'm really sparked and easily sparked. I guess this needs to come home too. Weather. I did buy this book at Barnes & Noble the other day with the purpose of, this kind of spurred my aquatic archaeologist idea. I made another page in a previous journal that spurred it. Sea ice. I was trying to think. This is a great book. I was trying to see if there was anything in here about weather. And I just found this on the shelf at Barnes & Noble. No. But I mean, it's got just the best. Oh, maybe we could just replicate something like this. There's some great like chapter art in here, like the beginning of a section like that. I mean, I love that color green. Ooh. I like that. Love that. Oh. Like that, but they're not patterned. I think this might be the only one that's patterned. Ooh, there was a thing in the paper this morning about oh, that's gorgeous. Sharks gathering off the coast of South Carolina. Large sharks. Ah! Okay, I think I'm just going to do something like this and pretend like those are mystical clouds. How? I don't have any stamps here. Oh, I know. But we do have punches, and we can punch blue paper. Oh, I know. I also have this book. Let's get some blue paper out of this. This was, I think, a maybe not Flow magazine book. I don't think so. I don't see their name all over it. And I've had it for several years. Looking for something blue. Ooh, there we go. Let's pull this out. And, ooh, that's a luscious color. I'm a hoarder of paper too. So it's killing me that these alphabets are on the back, except that I have several books of alphabets. So I'm pretending like I don't see them. And I want a kind of white, or maybe, I saw one back here, grid paper. I might just draw my own lines. Okay. All right, I think there was a couple sizes in here. It'd be good if I kept a marker in this spot, wouldn't it? Okay. Little dots, big dots, and yellow dots. All right. Remember that when I ask you, okay? Okay. I have a memory like a ant sometimes anymore. Is that a sign of old age? Possibly. Possibly. I have no rules or things that I have self-imposed here with this journal. Sometimes I make myself say, include several pieces of ephemera that ring true throughout the whole journal. But sometimes not. Okay, now these guys are going to get made big. That's probably plenty because I'm only going to deal with this. Well, I'm only going to deal with this space and this space because these two will be left alone. Oh dear. I lost a circle. Oh, jeez. I lose everything. I lose my head if it wasn't attached. Okay, that might be enough of those. All right, let's see what we can do with this. They are in a grid, right? Sort of. Well, you know what? I think these other ones were supposed to be smaller. Okay, well, that's all right. We're going to make it our own. I guess I do need some more dark blue ones. Oh, what else is going on here? Oh, the Murdoch trial. Ay, ay, ay. I think he's in deep kimchi. I think they figured out yesterday that he has a burner phone that cannot be accounted for. I do think SLED, which is the investigating South Carolina Law Enforcement Division, did not do a great I don't know. Some of their investigation seems like it might have some loopholes in it, but I still think he's going to be found guilty from what they have found the last 2 days in the trial. Okay, ours aren't going to be exactly right. We can't completely copy it right. Oh, I love this. When in doubt, use yellow and circles. I always say that. I love yellow in anything. It brightens everything up, in my opinion. Untrained. Oh, pretty. But yeah, I think he's going down. From what they found yesterday, it was so sad yesterday. His best friend, who he stole money from. This man, even if he doesn't get found guilty of murder, he's in jail for the rest of his conceivable life because of the money problems he created. But, and other things. I did not know that as soon as his father's funeral was over and his wife and son's services, memorial services were over, he went to the Bahamas. Yeah. There's tons of money missing. I mean, millions. And his financial officer for the law firm found out that he was hiding all this money or taking all this money from clients. He has over, I think he has 101 indictments against him for the money issues. So yeah, he's in deep, deep, deep trouble. One of the banks he used is, one of the guys at the bank he used has already had a trial. And has, I think he's doing jail time. So yeah, it's a mess. It is a mess. But his defense lawyers, which to their credit are supposed to do this kind of stuff. That's why I could never be a defense lawyer. Is trying to picture him, put the picture out there that he's a great family man. Well, he lied to his best friend, stole money from his best friend. Another lawyer. You got to be careful about those lawyers. The head lawyer, Dick Parputian, I don't know if he's still a state senator or not. Went to law school with my husband, so he knows him thoroughly. And he appears at times to act like a bumbling idiot. Don't let any of that fool you. He is not. He's smart as a whip and knows exactly what he's doing. He acts like he's an old man, kind of feeble. It's all an act because he's not. He's very smart and very with it. Okay, now we need to draw lines. Ruler. I think I want to use, oh, you know what? Let's use a silver marker. These markers came from the Dollar Tree, and I love these things. And mine are not in line, so I'm just going to kind of like do a grid as if it were underneath all this stuff. My circle clouds. The Attorney General for the state of South Carolina is at the prosecutor's table taking vast notes, which this Murdoch's already been disbarred, but he didn't get disbarred until a year later because this happened in 2021. His son was going to be in trouble for, I mean, he was, but anyhow, this is not a legal advice. This is an art event here. It's a mess, but it's fascinating to watch. My husband's watching it even at times. Just because he knows some of the defense. Well, he does know the head lawyer. They're not friends. Don't get me wrong. No. But he does give him credit as being smart and able to. He passed all his acting classes in law school with high marks, which I think you have to be a defense attorney. He didn't used to be a defense attorney. He switched sides. I'm not sure when. Depends on where the money is, I believe. And I'm sure he's getting paid for this thing. I don't know how. Because there's missing money all over the place, and he owes tons of money. But to the law firm's credit, they repaid every single one of the clients that he stole money from. So this little country town where all this happened, don't take them as country bumpkins, because this lady that worked in that law office discovered all this and is sharp as a tack. And I think he was living his life with the attitude of, I'll never get caught. Because his family ran that county for 3 generations. Which sometimes in the South, that still happens. Especially in the rural counties, which this is. Oh, I love this. Huh. See, sometimes you even surprise yourself, right? Right. Somehow I have glue everywhere. I'm just going to put this one up here. Oh, you know what? Oh, I love this. Oh, I put this one up here. I can't stop. Take the glue stick away from me. All right, we're going to use it all. Love that. It's a little bit different than the previous pages, but that's okay. It's kind of like this one. We just cut it and pasted. Cutted, is that right? I don't think so. But I love that. Oh, I got glue everywhere. And I think there's enough overhang here that one can stay where it is. Oh, you know what? Hold on. We're not done yet. Let's just create a little bit of a cloud around this stuff. I've been wearing this sweatshirt all week. I have other shirts on underneath, but this is a sweatshirt that I put a big piece of quilting work on in front of it. But it's warm. It's been weird weather here. Now it's cold again and raining all day today, it looks like. But nothing like what they've gotten in Texas, I think. This has just been a weird winter for weather, hasn't it? The ocean has not been great this winter as far as there's no shells. The seagrass is all gone from Hurricane Ian. The dunes are all gone where the seagrass was. It's just been weird weather patterns, ladies and gentlemen. Love it. Okay, one of the previous videos I told you about, and I've mentioned here, that there's a clue in that piece of paper. All the clues. A clue to where the map is buried, as well as the map. I mean, the treasure, as well as the map, has an X marks the spot. But at the beginning of the book, I'm going to have a quote from Indiana Jones that says, the X is never right, or something like that, from Raiders of the Lost Ark or something. So we know it's not there. But I'm going to include another clue here. That's all I'm going to do. Thanks for watching. Welcome to all the new people, a few new people, and I will see you all tomorrow. Bye. At another desk.